Hello everyone, how are you? It's good to see you back again. We are now in week 4 for the material for English 4 for Diploma 3, KU32201. So it's still with me, Miss Mona Lisa Pasaribu, and I'm going to bring the video for the material for week 4. And the topic for this week is still about the critical review on a journal article. And this is going to be our second week of discussing the material for the critical review. And for the objective for the material for this week is for students to be able to write down a critical review of a journal article, and then after that you will also be able to review or to examine a critical review based on your own writing or your friend's writing, peer review check. Okay, and then in this video I'm also going to give you the information about the assignment 1 for this semester. For the details of the information for your assignment, you can also check it in our campus information system. Okay, so let's check the material for this week. So the outline for this video is the first one. We're going to have a quick review on the material from last week, and then we will have you will do writing of a critical review, and then there will be examining one review or two reviews, and then after that we will discuss about the assignment 1 for this semester. So let's check the review first. So there's a question over here because we were talking about the critical review and how to write a critical review in last week's material, and we're also talking about identifying the elements, the content in a critical review. Then my next question will be, how would you find identifying these elements, the elements in a critical review of a journal article? Do you find it difficult or do you find it easy? If you find it easy, then put your reason, and if you find it difficult, give your reason too. And for this question, I would like you to post this answer in the YouTube comment. Yeah, so how do you find identifying the elements in a critical review? Do you find it easy or difficult, and why? So that's just a quick review from the material in last week. So if you still remember, yes, last week we were talking about the materials of identifying elements in a critical review, and for this week for you is to be able to write and examine a critical review. Then I would like to make sure that you remember this. Okay, in an article review, an audience has knowledge in the subject matter, because it's unlikely for the readers or audience to give article review if they don't know what is the subject matter of this article. Yeah, and then after that you need to summarize it, and then you give critiques based on proof and your own thoughtful reasoning, and it both summarizes and evaluates the article. And last week we are also talking about on how to put the content of the summary of the critical review, pardon me, and yeah, this one. Yeah, so it consists of at least 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph contain statement of your thesis, and then the purpose of the author in writing the article, and then the comments on how the article relates to other work on the same subject. And then also the information about the author's reputation or authority in the field. And then in the body of the review, so you can make it in one paragraph or in more than one paragraph. So you can state your arguments in support of your thesis, and then follow the logical development of ideas that you mapped out in your outline, and then include quotations to make sure that readers know that you're actually taking information out of the article. Yeah, And then it is also function to illustrate your main ideas as well. And then the last part, the concluding paragraph, it contains the summary of your review, and then you can also restate your thesis in this concluding paragraph. Okay, so that's the review from the elements of a critical review. So after you identify it from last week, then for this week, what I want you to do, I want you to choose one of the journal articles given in week 1. So one, I think for D3TI, I have given for the paper of Pak Togu and Ibu Ike's article, and then for D3TK, I think there is article from Ibu Eka. So you can choose one of the journal articles given, and then after that, I want you to write down a critical review of this chosen journal article. Yeah, it doesn't have to be long, but it has try your best to fulfill all the elements that is requested from the previous slide informed to you. Yeah, so go back again to the previous slide, and then after that look at the elements, and then try to put all the information in your critical review. Okay, so that's the first task for you for this week. Now after you write, of course it is time to examine, okay, because this is one of the other objective that we will do for this week. So you're going to examine your writing. So let's have a look at this one first. So examining a review, it's quite similar, I would say, to identifying, but this one is, I think, is deeper than identifying. However, there's a question over here. Do you think that this is actually the act of examining a review is same or different with giving a review? Do you think that giving a review and examining a review is the same activity or different activity? Okay, so for this question, I would like you to post this answer in our e-course forum, and I want you to also give your reason towards this question. Yeah, so whether examining a review and giving a review is actually a same activity or two different activity. Yeah. So in order to examine a review, I want you to check whether the reviewer informs whether the ideas by the writer is presented logically, clearly, and based on the elements that is given, the elements that are given. And after that, the reviewer states his or her stance and gives proof. So this one is when the reviewer inform his thesis. Okay, so stance or thesis, I think those are synonymous. And then the reviewer also gives information on recommendation. I know this one may be not included in the elements that is given to you in the previous slide, but maybe if you want to state it in a review, that would also be good. So if there is any suggestion or recommendation given by reviewer, then I want you to check whether it is there or not. Okay, so that's how you examine a review. So later in our practicum session, we're going to examine some critical reviews of yours. So make sure that during our practicum session later, before our practicum session later, you have finished with the writing of your critical review, so that we can examine your writing later. So now, after we identify or after we examine your writing, now I'm going to talk a little bit about your assignment. So the assignment 1 for this semester is going to be about writing a critical review. So the first thing that I want you to do is to find a journal article related to your study program. So for the D3TI, you can find some articles related to your study program and also for the 3TK. Okay, and make sure when you're finding a journal article, find something that is updated with the updated release. So somewhere between 2000 and I would say 17 to 2021. Okay, so 2017, 18, 19, 20, and 21 are still I think I still are okay for this assignment. Okay, and then after that, after you find the article, I want you to give a critical review using the outline that is given to you, the 3 paragraphs or more, and then after that, make sure that you write down between 200 to 300 words. Yeah, so give a critical review of the journal article using the outline that is given. And then after that, the submission for this assignment, for assignment 1, is on 19th February 2021 at 5 p.m. through e-course. Okay, and then the detailed information about the assignment 1 can also be found in our campus information system, along with the rubric for the assignment 1. Yeah, so have a look later in our campus information system for the details of the assignment. The only thing that I want to remind you for assignment 1 is to make sure that the journal article that you are looking for needs to be a journal article that is related to your study program and is updated. Okay, so somewhere between 2017 to 2021. Yeah, so that's for assignment 1, everyone. Again, if you have question about this assignment, you are most welcome to ask one of us, Ibu Julie or I, for details or for further information. So that would bring me to the end of my video. Next week we will be talking about the introduction to proposal in academic writing. So starting from next week until before we have our midterm exam, so week 5, week 6, and week 7, we're going to have a look on the proposal writing. So the introduction to proposal, and then how the elements in the proposal is constructed, and then the writing of the proposal itself. Yeah, so why are we choosing this topic for you in English 4? Because later in next semester, you're going to start writing your proposal for your TA, your tugas akhir, both the 3TI and the 3TK. So this material is to prepare you better, to better prepare you in writing your proposal for your TA later on. Okay, so that is the aim for the material. So next week we'll be focusing on looking at the writing of proposal in academic writing. Okay, so that would bring me to the end of my video, everyone. Here are the references for the material this week. Thank you very much for for watching this video. And then just to remind you again, last but not least, make sure that you finish your writing, your critical review writing before coming to the practicum session, because later in the practicum session we're going to have a look on examining your writing. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you in our practicum session. Stay healthy, everyone, and goodbye.